Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Let's go ahead and jump into this nail tutorial. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of prep. I'm going to push my cuticles back with a cuticle pusher. Then I'm going to go ahead and trim my natural nails. I don't like for my nails to show underneath, so I always like to cut mine as short as I can possibly get them. Next, I'm going to go in with this cuticle clean bit from Kiara Sky. This is going to help to detach any of that dead skin from the nail bed and also help to push the cuticles back a little bit more. I do like to trim my cuticles. If you don't like to do this, you can skip this step after you've pushed them back. But I do prefer to do this on myself because my cuticles tend to overgrow. As you can see here, there's a lot of dead skin, so I do like to trim mine. I'm going to go in with a fine grit sanding band, and I'm going to take this around the cuticle area to make sure all of that dead skin is up from the cuticle, and then I'm just going to lightly buff the surface of the nail. I'm using the Apres Gel system today. I'm going to use the natural long square tips. When you're fitting these, you want to make sure they fit sidewall to sidewall. I'm going to go in with a hand file and just customize the cuticle area just a little bit so that it fits my nails a little bit better. I'm going to apply the pH bonder, followed by the primer. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my e-file to etch the inside of the tips. You can also do this with the primer as well, but you want to make sure that you etch them before application. I'm going to apply a thin layer of the Extend Gel to all of my nails and cure for 60 seconds. And using that same Extend Gel, I'm going to apply a thin layer to the tip, and then I'm going to scrape off a little bit of the excess gel at the end of the tip to make sure there's enough to cover the entire surface of my natural nail. So I'm going to start at the cuticle area, laying the tip down. I'm going to press forward and stop once the gel makes it to the free edge of my nail, and then I'm going to flash cure these for about 15 seconds. Once I've applied all of the nails, I do a full cure in my large lamp for 60 seconds. So this is the 5-in-1 bit from Pana. I got this from Amazon. I'm going to go around the cuticle area to remove any gel that may have squeezed out, and to also make sure the nail tip is flush with the cuticle area so there's not a noticeable line of demarcation, and there's like a smooth transition from your cuticle to the extension. Gonna go in and buff off the shine. I like to do this because I apply gel polish afterwards just so that it adheres better to the nail. And these nails don't require any shaping really, so I'm just gonna take a file and remove that little point that's at the end of the tips. I've got some polishes that were sent to me from Glam. I'm gonna swatch these for you guys. The first one is Autumn Aura, and this is a really nice neutral pinky beige color. The next color is Divine Glam, and this is a chocolate brown. This is Purple Era, and this is a nice medium deep purple. This is perfect for fall time. And the last color is Astral Projection, and this one is a medium blue, also a really nice color to wear for fall. So I'm going to be using this rose gold shimmer polish, also from Madam Glam. This is in the color Magic Dust. This was sent to me previously, but I'm going to use this as the base for the 2 marble nails that I'm going to do, so that there's like a kind of a peekaboo effect of the rose gold shimmer polish underneath the nails. So for marbling, I like to use blooming gel. The one I'm using today is from Madam Glam. I'm just going to apply a thin layer of that onto the gel polish. I did cure the gel polish prior to applying the blooming gel, but you don't cure the blooming gel. Once you apply the blooming gel, you're just going to sit your gel polish in there while the blooming gel is still wet. And you have to kind of work quickly because, as you can see, that blooming gel is making those polishes spread pretty much instantly. So you will get a little bit of runniness with the blooming gel. So you kind of have to work quick, or else your polish is just going to slide right off of your nail. I'm just taking a dotting tool and swirling that between the 2 polishes to give me my marbled effect. And then I'm going to take that rose gold polish on a liner brush, and I'm going to add a few lines of that into the design as well, just so there's a little bit more glitter or shimmer from this color. And this is what I was talking about. The colors are just seeping right off the side of the nail because of that blooming gel. So I'm just going to clean that up with a little bit of acetone. And I'm going to go ahead and cure this one before starting on the next nail. Now, so for the second nail, instead of applying the gel polish directly from the brush, I'm going to use my dotting tool. So there's a little bit less product and I have a little bit more control, more time to kind of work and do that marble design. But as you can see, still with the blooming gel, as soon as you put the polish on there, it's going to start to spread, which is the point of the blooming gel, I guess. So we're just going to swirl that around with our dotting tool, and then I'm going to take that liner brush and I'm going to go in with a little bit of that shimmery polish and add some of that into the marble as well. And I'm also going to use this brush to kind of fix the marbling or manipulate the marbling in a few places to get it to look how I want it to look. And then I'm going to use a brush to clean up. I had less to clean up on this nail. And yeah, both methods work. But yeah, a little less cleanup on the second nail, applying it with the dotting tool. So now I'm just gonna go in with that chocolate brown, and I'm gonna apply 2 coats of that to my middle finger, and I'm gonna use that pinky beige on the pinky. I'm gonna apply 2 coats there as well. And then we're gonna cure this for 60 seconds. So I'm gonna go in with a no wipe top coat from Apres, and I'm gonna apply this to all the nails and then cure for 60 seconds. And that is pretty much the nail design. I'm gonna go in with some cuticle oil from Glam, and also this Fenty body butter because my hands were super dry, and I'm just gonna moisturize my hands and cuticles. And this is the final product. So this is really simple. I hope you guys enjoyed this easy tutorial for these fall inspired nails. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.